Jonathan Jean made a very good statement, and then he asked a question. In his statement, he said that I'm saying that people should think for themselves, but yet I'm spewing the same thing. But the difference is that I'm not asking people to follow what I believe or follow what I know. I'm asking you to do the research for yourself and find out for yourself, and then come to your own conclusions as to what works for you. If Christianity works for you, then run with Christianity. If it makes you moral and stay Christian. I do not ask you to change. I merely point out facts, contradictions. I merely point out historical evidence and non-historical evidence. As far as what do I disagree with Jesus? It is not that Jesus said a lot of things that I disagree with, but it's his silence on major subjects that I have a problem with. Now, he did say for you to turn the other cheek. I'll be damned if I give you my left cheek and then turn and give you my right. That will not happen. He had an opportunity when the woman was caught for committing adultery to ask the question, where is the man? Can a woman commit adultery by herself? Or does that require a man? But see, to their time frame, a man cannot commit adultery. Only a woman could. Therefore, there was only the woman. He had a chance, but in his silence, he did not say that women or men are created and should be treated equally. He neglected to say that. I also disagree with his statements of give unto Caesar what is Caesar and give unto God what is God. Are we to ignore what Caesar has put upon us? Or are we to ignore what the government has put upon us? You don't do that right now, but yet your book tells you to do so. It tells you that whatever government you're born up under is the government that God gave you and that you should abide by that government. But we don't. We don't do that. You see, Jesus had opportunity to speak about slavery and to say that slavery is something that should not happen, that no man should own another man, but he neglected to say that. And the reason why is because Jesus was an apocalyptic preacher. He believed that he would return before that generation ended. And that generation to those people at that time meant 40 years. This is why Paul preached that you should remain single and not give in to marriage. But if you can't, and that lust is killing you, then go ahead and marry, because it's better to marry than to burn. Because they thought that the world would end before that generation died. Not 2,000 years later. That's doctrine made up by man. And speaking of things made up by man, when Vespasian conquered Judea, and then the Roman Emperor Nero was disposed, and Vespasian became emperor, he used Josephus ben Matthias to write the beginnings of what Jesus would become to you today. Because the original Jesus was not the one that you believe in today. It is a story that has been added to. So the Jesus you believe is not real. But there was a real Jesus. But he was a man.